An artist without imagination is not an artist. I was out on my bicycle. I just came to on the pavement and with people around me. What I eventually got diagnosed is with a traumatic brain injury. After the accident, I had what would be the equivalent of like writer's block. I just couldn't make any, I didn't have the imagination. That was heartbreaking, actually.
Head injury is a really awful problem. If it doesn't kill you outright, it kills the person you were. Each year, worldwide, something like 60 million people experience traumatic brain injury, and many millions of them will die. The CRASH-3 trial shows that tranexamic acid, simple, widely available drug, inexpensive, could save tens of thousands of lives. It's a very important result, and it's really good news for public health.
Traumatic brain injury is an injury to the brain that comes from a mechanical force. You may get a torn vessel that continues to bleed, and because the skull cannot expand, if you have a clot, that clot is going to press on the brain, and that causes further damage. Often, unfortunately, what we see is people then starting off with what seems to be a relatively innocuous injury and then deteriorate over a sort of period of hours or days. The tragedy behind all of this, we don't have a treatment for any of these effects.
I was asked, would I like to be part of this CRASH-3 study? I'm aware that I could have had the placebo, but I like to think that I had the drug, and that's helped me to think more positively about my recovery.
It's the first drug that's ever been shown to improve outcome after traumatic brain injury. Tranexamic acid is safe in patients with head injury and reduces head injury deaths. It needs to be given as soon as possible after head injury, but if it is, it will save tens of thousands of lives worldwide.
What we think the TXA does to the brain is to stop any hemorrhage from getting larger and causing more damage. And this is hugely exciting after sort of decades of research.
Funded by the British public, it's the largest clinical trial in head injury ever conducted. It was a global collaboration involving doctors and nurses from all around the world, high, middle and low income countries, working together to try and find better treatments for traumatic brain injury. And it worked.
It's important to bear in mind that TXA is already a recommended drug for injury. What we didn't know before is whether TBI patients should be included in that group of injuries in general. I think now the practice would be, you've been in a road traffic accident, there's a good chance you will benefit from this drug. So in a way the question is, why wouldn't you give it?
The return of imagination took several years. My life is different now. I just feel so lucky.